Hey guys, Michael here. Today I'm going to share with you how to change out the motor on the white ink tank, the motor that actually stirs the white ink. So the process is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to run through here real quick. First thing you're going to do is you're going to lift this lid off the back. You're going to take the hose out of the black ink tank and the two hoses out of the white ink tank. Take those out, stand them straight up, and use some painter's tape so they actually stay sticking up so they don't get ink everywhere. Once you take that hose out and get them out of the way, you can simply lift the black ink tank and put it off to the side. Take the white ink tank and slide it to the right. That exposes the motor that you can see right there underneath that black rubber cover. Now the motor itself is held on by 3 screws. Just remove those 3 screws. Now we need to get to the cable where you plug in the motor at. It's over here on the left-hand side. To get to the cable, you'll need to remove this lid here. This lid is actually, there's no screws attaching it. It's just some little snaps holding it in place. You can use a small flathead screwdriver, drive it on the side or on the back and twist it a little bit until it pops up. And you can slowly work in your way all the way around. Once you get this up, don't lift it up, don't yank it up, because there's a ribbon cable and another cable, the ribbon cable for the screen and the other cable for the button. So just kind of pick it up gently and rotate it off to the side. Right here at the top, you're actually going to see where the cable is that's connecting to the motor. To get to that, to actually release the motor from there, you can take a flathead screwdriver. You can push down on that locking tab and you can lift the cable up out of the way. Then all you have to do is take that motor and just kind of pull it out of there. On mine, it has a small piece of tape where it's holding the cable to the ink tank. So all I did was kind of peel it up slowly and work the cable loose, and I was able to pull it out of there. Now to put the motor back in place, once you remove that, it's actually pretty straightforward. First thing we need to do is change out the rubber silicone cover and put it on the new motor. Take the cover off, you simply work it off. Pay attention to get it around that shaft area. And once you pull that off, repeat the process and you're going to put it back onto the new motor. Once you get that finished, now you're going to need to get this plug fished all the way to that same area where you unplugged it. What I found the easiest way to do is kind of straighten out the cable. And from the top, you're going to slide it in there and fish it till it comes out the hole. You're going to pull it out all the way until the motor actually kind of hits the plastic to give you a little bit more room. And you're going to take that cable, loop it back down, and you're going to plug it in from the outside. Once you plug that in, you can kind of pull on this motor gently and pull the slack out of the cable. That way it's not sticking back up out of that hole. Next thing we need to do is snap the cover back on. You simply put it back in place and start pushing around the edges till it snaps back in. You want to reattach the motor to the white ink tank. Simply put it in place. If the shaft doesn't line up with the propeller, turn the propeller using your fingers or a small flathead screwdriver. The propeller needs to line up with the flat of this shaft of the motor. Once you're able to push that back down in there, use the same 3 screws and screw it back down in place. Once you get that back in place, go ahead and attach the white ink hoses back to the tank and put your black ink tank back in there and attach the hose to that one. Make sure you clean up any paint or any ink that may have spilled. And once you're finished with that, you can simply take your lid and put it back on. So hopefully you don't have to do this, but if you do, you can see it's actually a fairly easy process. You don't have to take a lot of the apparel printer apart. So that's all I want to share with you guys. I'll see you next time.